Well, welcome everybody. How's everyone doing here tonight as we are back here again for week 2 of the Maximum Football College Football Dynasty, as we are hoping to hopefully have a better game than we did in week 1 when Minnesota had to come back and beat Las Cruces 64-51 in an absolute thriller of a shootout. And so here in week 2, they'll take on Fresno, which I believe are in the Rocky Mountain Conference. And they started off their season 1-0 with a 41-31 win over their first opponents of the season. So needless to say, we are looking for a big, hopefully a big win here tonight as we get things going. So Minnesota against Fresno here tonight, here week 2. Week 3, Minnesota will still be on the road against North Cincinnati, and then we won't hit the home stretch until week 4, in which we'll be at home against Baltimore at that point. And hopefully we'll be good to go at that point to see how we're looking these first couple of weeks of the opening round of the season. So let's go ahead and get. So let's see, we moved up 10 spots. We were 42nd last week, and this week we'll move up 10 spots to number 32 with that win over Las Cruces. So we're taking on the Fresno Generals, who are ranked 52 with their win, and they're hoping to move up also in the rankings. So both teams pretty much even right now in how we're going. Hey Ryan, how's it going, my friend? Welcome to some Maximum Football 19 Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we'll take on the Fresno Generals, and hopefully you're having a good week as well and a good weekend. So hopefully you've been able to see the past videos and see what's been going on, as we are looking good here going towards so week number 2 for Minnesota, as they'll take on the Fresno Generals. As you can see, the home field for the Generals in this game. Yeah, Minnesota actually came back in that game. If you haven't seen that game, make sure you check out the week 1 battle between Minnesota. Make sure you check out the week 1 battle between Minnesota and Las Cruces. That game was an absolute dandy. Alright, so this is Fresno State. Well, good. Fresno State's going to be kicking off here and get ourselves rolling here in week number 2 of the season. And here we go. Cuber. Go. Found a little bit of a hole, but then let's take it down at the 25-yard line. That's where Minnesota will go ahead and take control. So first snap of game number 2. And here is the handoff once again, Oliveira, who got, as he ended up getting 194 yards in week 1. Gets that nice run there. So first down. And away we go. And there goes Oliveira again, and he'll get about 6 yards on the carry. So good run there for Oliveira, and then it's now second down. Second down and 4 at the Minnesota 41-yard line. So back to pass, and oh my goodness. And the first sack of the game for Fresno. So third down and 10. And that is incomplete. And it will be fourth down, so we'll have to punt the ball here on 4th and 10. The punt is a pretty dandy one, as that will go out of bounds at about the Fresno State 37-yard line, and here comes the Golden Gophers defense, and hoping that they can and there's the first pass completion to Bivens, and he catches it for Fresno State in a first down. Nice tackle there for Putty, as he makes a nice tackle. So no gain on the play for Fresno State. And good, down at 9. And, whew, my goodness, as Amini, the running back, just could not get pretty much of anything, as so Fresno State will have to punt the ball here. Hey, Mike and lady, you're just in time. They have not even gotten too far in this game yet, as Minnesota had to punt their first time. They had to punt their first time going out, and they had to punt the first time on their first drive, and then Fresno State the same thing. Now handoff to Oliveira, as he'll get about 4 yards on the play. a quick throw and incomplete pass there. As the quarterback just had to step up. He literally had to step up and avoid getting the rush. So 3rd down and 6. And my goodness, as Burley gets in there and blows things up. So 4th down once again. Minnesota's just going to have to punt the ball here once again. As this ball will go out at the Minnesota 47-yard line. So Fresno State gets a pretty decent field position here. And nice tackle there by the linebacker. As no gain on the play. More to go for Fresno State. And there's a nice tackle by Harmon from behind. Only 3 yards on the game, or Jarman. So 3rd and 7 here. And that will go incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 7. So unlike the first game, where it was crazy, it seemed like the defense couldn't stop anything in that game, and so far we've had 2. It looks like we've had 2 balls, 3 and outs in this first few series of this game. Look out as number 50 just absolutely blew up that play. And one thing we don't need to get into a whole lot is into big long yardage situations, which we kind of had to in the last game. So pressure, and going across the middle. Nice catch there. 1st down. But we have a flag on the play. And it'll be holding on the offensive lineman, number 52. So back is up to the 9-yard line. So kind of a bummer there, as it will be 2nd down and 26 from and blitz on the way. Look out. And yes, they did get the safety, and Minnesota will have to they'll have to kick the ball once again, and down 2-0. And so the kick is on the way and will be caught by the up man Gerald's. He'll just run out of bounds at the 33-yard line. So here we go with the defense of Minnesota. And that is a first down. Ooh, heck of a catch by Prop on that catch, and a first down. Oh, Herman. And, oh my goodness, Jarman loads up on Bivens for a 1-yard loss on the screen pass. And I mean, he was absolutely nailed. So full house backfield here, as they will get pretty much nothing. Right back, not even back to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 11 here. And nice tackle by Paytold, as he'll make the nice grab. Only 1-yard gain for Fresno State, and we will punt the ball again. And the fair catch being made by number 88. Now, it's either that or get absolutely lit up, because that man was coming. So 22-yard line for Minnesota. We'll find about 3 yards on the gain. So this first quarter has gone by pretty quick. And Fresno State ahead. And right now, oh my goodness, Fresno State absolutely just daring Minnesota to try and throw the ball on them, as we have just not been able to get much of anything going on offense right now. Of course, it's still the first quarter. So here comes the snap, throw, nice catch, first down for Minnesota. It's Walken. What's the difference between this and the NFL? Well, this is college football. Now, if you're talking about maybe Canadian football, there's a lot of differences with that game. And handoff to Oliveira. So nice play there. And right now Minnesota trying to oh my goodness, and that is incomplete. So 3rd down and 6 here. "19 seconds left to go here." Oh yeah, this is college ball. Now one of these days I will show you. Oh boy, Canadian football has no chance for Sandino with the tackle on the play for the sack, and this will end the first quarter. So right now, Fresno State 4 for 5, 20 yards passing, 6 carries, 4 yards, on the ground, and Minnesota 7 carries, 17 yards, 1 for 5 passing right now, 25 yards passing right now. Both teams with 2 first downs, and needless to say, this has been a very tightly contested ball game so far. Now trying to get the air behind those kicks, and Bison will just fair catch it at the 19-yard line. But yeah, I'll show you a game sometime that includes the Canadian Football League. You know, the CFL, and that quarterback just hits the deck after gaining 2 yards on the play. Because there are some differences between Canadian football and American football. And, good tackle there. Shu picks up the first down. Yeah, really. He came in, it was already beyond a mess. And we really had to find a way to dig ourselves out of that hole. And I tell you, there, what a catch there by Fikesen, as he had to, go for the catch and then hang on and prepare for the hit. Good tackle there by Putty as he makes the nice tackle. 2nd down and 6. So shotgun formation here. And what a sack there for Lycan, who had 8 sacks in the last game. And he gets a big one there. And it is now 3rd and 11. Now it's a combination of Lycan and Herman. Can't get going. And there's a call on the play. Holding on Herger. They'll go ahead and decline that one, since it does bring up 4th down. And Fresno State will have no option but to punt the ball at this point. So far, the only scoring in the game. As the only scoring in the game so far is a safety in this game. So from the 4-yard line, as he is, oh my goodness, Oliveira with a huge gain here. 1st down, Minnesota. And what a huge run to get them out of serious trouble. So shotgun formation, 3, 5 wide receivers, 3. Oh, that is trying to hit his wide receiver number 14, and that ball goes incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Tell you one thing, they are really nice catch there by City. The Fullback on the play, 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1 from their own 44-yard line. Oh my goodness, and City is dropped for a 3-yard loss. So 4th and 4. And they'll have to punt the ball once again. The kick, and the fair catch once again by the wide receiver for Fresno State. So again, the Minnesota defense coming out. Tell you one thing, the offense has not had the ball too long. And split back, and the quarterback will just hit the deck after 2 yards. So 2nd down and 8 here. Full house backfield. As he, oh my goodness, as Hill Prop gets the 1st down, and a nice tackle by Sunford, but 1st down either way up to the Minnesota 42-yard line. The running back, and Prop gets about 4 yards on the gain. So 4-man front here. And Herman. So 3rd and 11 here. And good tackle there. 4th and 7 from the 39-yard line. Thaddeson with the tackle. And out of field will go range for the Gophers once again. So they are just going to stay away from it, and the ball will go out of bounds and into the, so the ball will be taken over at the 25-yard line. And so far this has been a very just tough defensive game. And right now Fresno State, Oliveira, has had hardly any running room in this game. And Oliveira gets a nice gain there. 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 here. Oh my goodness, and right as he was trying to release the ball, it gets hit as the ball goes incomplete once again. And once again the Gophers having to punt the ball. Now the punters are getting well used in this game. no joke here. My goodness. And good tackle by Zukowski to prevent Feitzen from getting a huge return. And Herman. So Herman with a nice sack, loss of 7 yards on the play. So Herman, his second sack of the game. So man in motion. And nice tackle by Bezold. So 3rd and 17. Good night, go to bed. And Putty with a nice tackle. 4th and 15, and that absolutely went nowhere. So still 2-0. As this ball is coming down, and Kuber is going to get hammered. I don't think he got hardly anything on the return. All right, so Fresno State. Oh, here comes the pass. Oh, intercepted. And Peltier with the interception. So big time turnover there for, as they were trying to hit the what was working for them the last game. And number 5 will get about a modest 3-yard gain on the play. Right now they seem pretty content and trying to run the clock, get to halftime. And Lycan, first down for Jurich, as he picks up the first down. Sunford with the tackle on the play. And that is tipped away by number 46. Good defense there. And number 5 was absolutely throwing into, looked like double, triple coverage there. So it looks like Minnesota has a pretty good defensive set here to prevent the big play. And again, Rain with a nice defensive play. 3rd and 10. Yeah, just not getting caught up in that so running the ball here. Oh my goodness, and just barely did not get the first down. So 4th and 1 for Fresno State. And they will attempt the field goal here. Looks like we'll have something else other than a just 2-0. Now the kicker will nail this one, and it's good by Hoffman, the kicker, and it's 5-0. So one pass completion for 8 yards, 2 carries for 12 yards on that drive, and the field goal 5-play drive, and they add a three more points, makes it 5-0 with 42 seconds to go before halftime. And the Gophers have just been not quite the same offense as we saw in week 1 when we were down big and had to storm back in that game. And we had to storm back in that game, and boy, what a game it was. Ooh, nice avoidance of the tackle there. Gets it up to the 17-yard line, and that's where Minnesota takes over here. So 37 seconds, and Minnesota still has all of their timeouts. As this ball is incomplete. And right now, this has kind of been the theme of this first half. Just a lot of struggles with the offense, which we kind of had in week 1, except our running game. And right now, only 3 yards on the gain there. So back, and that is way over the head of number 81. Would have been a beauty of a play as we go to halftime, and I tell you, stunning results here at the end of the first half here as Minnesota leads it 5-0. So 2 for 11, 34 yards for Minnesota. Only 3 first downs in that first half, and then 6 first downs for Fresno. 10 of 13, 85 yards. 12 carries, 53 yards on the ground for Minnesota. And 14 carries, 34 yards for Fresno. And time of possession, Fresno State has the time of possession right now. 10 minutes, 55 seconds, and 9 minutes and 5 seconds right now as we head towards the second half of the ball game. So Fresno State will get the ball to start the second half, and not going to start it off good. And that ball goes out of bounds as Belly. So it will be Fresno State's ball at the 35, their own 35-yard line. And nice tackle there as Amini gets about 4 yards on the play. And that is incomplete. And very fortunate our man was trying to go for the interception. And luckily, the wide receiver dropped the ball there. So 3rd and 6. And Jarman with a nice defensive play for Minnesota. 4th and 6. So you have to admit that the defense of Minnesota is playing a whole lot better than they did in the last game, where they gave up a ton of yards. Well, ton of yards and a ton of points. So, let's see, 1st and 10. Now, handoff here to the fullback. Nice run by City. And a big time 1st down for Minnesota. That seems to be our saving grace so far, is being able to run the ball. And again, just, my goodness. We try to go one way and we cannot just seem to do it. Oh man, Dralick, oh boy, very unfortunate. Alright, so 2nd and 19 after the penalty on the play. And hooked him up. Kizzy with a big play. And there he goes all the way for the touchdown. Kizzy. And that is a huge play. And the field goal is up and good, as the wind just about pushed that to the other side. So big 75-yard pass play there for the touchdown. Go to bed and count sheep, okay? Get some water and go to sleep. Alright, so big play there. Kizzy, Dralick to Kizzy for the big pass play and the big touchdown. And the Gophers have a 2-point lead against Fresno State. Of course, the first 3 weeks are going to be rough here for Minnesota, as they're having to play most of the first 3 weeks on the road. nice tackle there by the by the kicker, right at the 25-yard line. And, oh boy. And that's a nice run down the field by Sunford as he quickly closed the gap quickly to prevent the big from that going any further than it should have. Yeah, Fresno State, I tell you, start the season off with two. Ooh, Princehold just delivered a hit on prop, and that is a big, big hit there. Not Fresno State scoring. Okay. And here comes the defense. Oh my goodness. Almost. It was a heck of a catch, but 3rd and 1. And our man just happened to just miss. And nice sack there by Lycan as he was able to get in there. 2-yard loss on the play and a chance for the field goal here for Fresno State to possibly go up by 1 point. And he missed the field goal. Oh my goodness. Boy, how can you miss a chip shot field goal from that close? But he did. And a very big time bailout. And there goes our running back, Oliveira. So 6-yard gain for Oliveira. Yeah, we will take it. Either the wind must really be whipping here. I still don't see how he missed that field goal there. And that is, oh my, trying to hit down the middle. So 3rd and 4. So wide receiver in motion here. And there's a first down by City. So big first down by City. And a very crucial first down. So 1st and 10. Rolling out and looking for, oh my goodness, mass confusion there as the ball goes incomplete. There goes City again, and he'll get 8 yards on the play. Nice run there. And now we'll bring up 3rd down and 2. there's a big first down for Oliveira. Whew. So big, another huge first down. And there goes the quarterback Oliveira. And he'll get 8 yards out of that play. Nice gain there. And a chance to really just melt some time off the clock here. And well, that was a loss of a yard there. 3rd and 3. There is a huge play, Lorente, touchdown Minnesota. So big time play there. As the field goal is up and good. And it is 14-5. So 1 for 3, 43-yard touchdown pass, 6 rushes, 32 yards on that drive, 9-play drive, and Minnesota leads it 14-5 in the most unusual game. A safety, a field goal, and then a touchdown to take the lead for Minnesota, and then a missed field goal, which would have given Fresno State a 1-point lead at 8-7. But the field goal was missed, and then Minnesota comes down and runners up some, chews up the clock time, and they did a very good job of doing it. And there's a good stick on the kickoff there. So here we go once again. So from the 24-yard line of Fresno State, and the wide receiver coming in motion. And nice tackle. Only a 3-yard gain for the running back prop. As Putty and company made the stop there. So Herman and Lakin not quite had the dominating game of sacks like they had the last game, which was a total of 10 between the two of them. And that is a nice rundown and a first down. But Stoker with the big time catch there, and is already down to the 3-yard line of Minnesota. Now Fresno State not giving up here. Now it's time for the defense, and that ball goes incomplete as Ristanio was there to put some pressure on the quarterback. I don't think they were expecting that pressure that they were getting there. And that is going to be a touchdown for Amini. Now Fresno State not going away here. they are going to go for 2. Try to trim this lead to, it's already a 3-point ball game. And that is in there. Prop with the 2-point conversion, and it's 14-13. And just like that, 70 yards down the field, Fresno State scores on the run and then gets the 2-point conversion. And right now, then that now let's see here. Alright, so let's see. Now Minnesota, 2:48 left to go here in the third quarter here. And City will get us 5 yards on that nice run. Tell you one thing, he's really been a big time plus for this team right now. Not so much of Oliveira, who really took over a lot of the running in the first game, 194 yards. But the fact he never scored one touchdown either. Holy cow, Oliveira picks up the first down, and nice job there. And then way over the top again, Kizzy, as he is run down, but we have holding. So it'll either be first down at the 6, or it will be holding, and we'll bag it up to the, as we will bag it up all the way to the 23-yard line. So, boy, unfortunate. Oh boy, and Tralick, no chance for him to even get away from Russell. There's a nice catch by Kizzy. 3rd and 11. So got some of those yards back. So clock is under a minute here. As he is, holy cow, Lorente, all the way down, touchdown again, Minnesota. Woo! And Alzelli Lorente is coming up huge for us in this game. So 41 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And the ball is good as the kick again just sneaks in. So 83 yards, 3 for 3 for 83 yards, 2 carries for 13. And right now this is, it seems to be the first half, unlike the first game, the first half tonight was a struggle. And then all of a sudden here in the second half, it has been the third quarter. As they will, oh my goodness, short kick here. That's just embarrassing. Kickoff there. Gerald's will just fall on it at the 44-yard line. And that does not make the head coach very happy for Minnesota, because he knows giving Fresno so far good field position is not going to help. And nice hit there for number 91. Only a 3-yard gain on the play. So 2nd and 7 with less than 20 seconds to go here in the that's Disler with the nice hit. And that will end the third quarter. So as we go to the fourth and final quarter, so for Minnesota, as you take a look at the as you can see, Minnesota's quarterback tonight 6 of 18, 235, and Fresno's quarterback 13 of 19, 215, 21 carries, 50 yards rushing for Fresno State, where Minnesota 22 carries, 105 rushes. Score looks better than the first quarter, yeah. And 2-0. Or are you talking about the first quarter of week 1? Yeah, that one looked absolutely rough. So 3rd and 6 here. And this is, heck of a catch there. And Peitzel had to tackle Fankson, make sure he did not get any big time extra yardage. So first down for Fresno State. Minnesota's going to come out. And that pass defense of theirs, and nice hit by Freeberg. So 8-yard gain for Fresno State. And nice defense there for Minnesota. 3rd and 2. right now our defense really standing tall, better than we did in the first game. Yeah, we woke it up in the second half. And that will be a first down, as they'll just flip it over to prompt for the first down. So very close to getting possibly off the field here, or a field goal attempt. And that is, whew, good tackle there, but my putty, and he has been that is complete to Bevins and down to Minnesota's 4-yard line. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 3. Now, oh my goodness, he dropped the ball in the end zone. Holy cow, did Minnesota just get away with that one? So 4th and 3. See if the kicker can get the field goal here. And he will. So 21-16. No, 21-16. Yep, wide open. Yep, wide open, and just dropped the ball. And not tonight. And this ball is kicked off, and here we go. And solid blocking there. Good little hold there. Gets it out to the 27-yard line. Alright, so 8:17 left to go in the game. 21-16. 21-16. As, oh my goodness, City. Boy, he absolutely escaped trouble there. And got us 7 big-time yards. Right now, Minnesota seems to be pretty content on trying to just, Minnesota really, oh my goodness, Oliveira gets a big time first down. And that is the type of play we needed right there. City will get about 2 yards, modest yards there. There goes a handoff, another first down for Oliveira. A big time first down there. And I tell you one thing, the running game is certainly coming into effect here. Here goes the long pass to Kizzy again. Touchdown, Minnesota. And I'd say that is a huge the kick is up and good. Yes, and Minnesota leads it. So 41-yard touchdown run, 4 rushes, 32 yards. Good mixture of run and pass there. And 28-16. Yeah, ladies happier now. Yeah, I'm happier that we're not having an absolute shootout like we did in the first game. Like I said, if you haven't seen that whole game, Ryan, most definitely go back and watch that game, because that one was a crazy, crazy game. No, the kick, and we were hoping to get into the end zone, just did not seem to get there in time, so they will take over. And nice tackle there. It's a meanie. We'll only get back to the line of scrimmage on that run, and nothing, I mean absolutely nothing else on that play. So 2nd and 10 for Fresno State. And that is tipped by the defense, and it will be a 3rd down and 10. Now for the defense, must have had a really good week of practice, because needless to say, the coach was not happy with the results after the first game. Yes, he was thrilled about the pressure that Herman and Lycan were getting on the game, as Herman gets his 3rd sack of the game. But other than that, he was not thrilled with how the defense gave up so many points in that game. So 4th and 19, they'll just have to punt this thing, as they'll just fair catch it here at the 20-yard line. So here goes. 1st down. Alright, we'll take that. finding a way to just melt the clock here. And again, Oliveira with a big time run, first down again. And what can you say about that except beautiful run for Oliveira, as he is just finding ways to and hand off again, and another first down for Oliveira. This young man has certainly put on quite a show for us here. 5:01 left to go here. Wide receiver in motion, getting up to the line, and there's the handoff to City, and he'll find about 3 yards on the play, and that will help run some time off here in this fourth quarter. So 2nd and 7. And the handoff goes to you-know-who once again. But 3rd and 1 at the 40, but holding on the offense. So back it up once again. At least this will help kill some more time off the clock because of that penalty, because it was a running play. And City once again gets about a yard on the play. So 3rd and 16 here. Gets sacked again by number 60, as he has also had a big game here today. So 4th down and 25. So Minnesota will just have to punt it, but with the time remaining, they can just pretty much kill as much time as possible off the clock here. Kick, as this will get past the receiver, and Bison quickly grabs it, gets a few yards up to the 32-yard line. So that is where Fresno State will take over. So 2:36 left to go here, and that is deflected by Freeberg. Nice defense there. Oh boy. And heck of a play there as Fitzgold good play there. So Fresno State will call Petzold with the ninth tackle loss in the backfield. So Fresno State will come on, Big D indeed. As that pass is complete, but roughing the passer on Harriman. Oh my goodness. And it'll be a first down. So move it up to Minnesota's 43-yard line here. Oh my goodness, Freeberg could have had the interception there. I'll tell you this, the defense looks a lot better than it did in week 1. So number 5 will quickly just slide down after a 3-yard gain, and it will be another timeout for Fresno State. They have 1 remaining, and no doubt that they are doing everything they need to. So he's having a big game. 4th and 11, as Fresno State will call their final timeout here. So 4th and 11, they're going to go for it here. So trying to spread everyone else out as the pass. Oh, and he did just barely get the first down. My goodness, Bivens. So first down there. I tell you, yeah, they are not getting away with many big-time plays here. As our guys have been right there to make the tackle, not allowed the big plays. And that has been the difference in the game so far. Getting the sure tackle. And no doubt Fresno State saw the scouting report on Lycan, because what man goes for 8 sacks in a game, and then all of a sudden he, I think, has only had 1 in this game so far. Herman's already got 4. There goes the completion. Sunford with the hit on Shoe. Another first down for Fresno State, but they're having to really move the ball on this. They're having to really use up some time on the clock here. And look at that. My goodness. Just Sunford finds a meaning. And loss of 1. I think his main approach was to go out to the other back, and that option was just not there. And as Putty almost had the interception there. 3rd and 10, and they are out of timeouts. And that is going to do it. As Fresno State's not going to be able to get the playoff here. So, what a game. So as we look at the final stats of the game, Minnesota goes to 2-0 on the season. Fresno State drops to 1-1. 13 first downs to 11 as Minnesota had 11 and 13 for Fresno State. 21 to 33, 284 for Fresno State, and 7 and 19 for 276. And 30 carries, 172 combined rushing between our running backs tonight, 172, and only 62 yards rushing for Fresno in this game, 27 carries. So 327 total yards in the game, 346 for Fresno, and we did outbalance them with the time of 20 minutes and 1 second and 19 minutes and 59 seconds in this game. As a good game for the Golden Gophers. So good win there. So that's as we will simulate the week to see how the rest of the games went out. Minnesota getting that win. And a big win indeed for the team right there. So hold on just a minute. We'll be right back. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Current roster, we got our highest rating player, Bugos, our offensive lineman, and then Gore. And as you can see right now, the Minnesota Golden Gophers are 23rd ranked in the top 25, off to a fantastic 2-0 start. Our quarterback down here, Dralick, right there, you can't click on him and check out his stats, but let's check out the stats real quick. So passing yards, Dralick leads in 2 games, 21-45, 729 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in the game. His longest touchdown pass of the season, 87 yards. And then Spear, who we had in the last game with Las Cruces, 672 yards in the last game, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions in the game. And then you had Colin, who has 601, 8 touchdowns, 2 picks in that game. McCoy, but Dralick is our leading passer right now. And then you have the running attack. Let's see. Where is our... Oliveira. Right now, 48 carries for the season, 319 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the season. And I don't think our other dude is even close. Receiving, let's check our receivers right now. Kizzy, 6 catches, 240 yards, 120 yards a game receiving, 3 touchdowns on the season. And then Lorente, 4 catches, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns in the game. This season so far, Lorente. And then Netzer, 3 catches, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns in the last game. I don't believe he had even 1 catch in that last game. And then Lycan has he got 1 sack in that game. So 9 sacks on the season. Herman, who added 3 sacks in that last game, has 5 right now. No tackles for Lycan or Herman, but 9 sacks and 5 sacks just between those 2 guys. That is pretty impressive there for the team right now. So, alright, punting, Minnesota, Sismonic. Oh, he's doing a pretty good job. Two games, 11 punts, 51 yards average. And then our field goal kicker, really haven't had to use him except for extra points, and that's pretty much been where we've been at so far. So Billy, 12 for 12 on extra point attempts, has not missed any, and has not attempted any field goals yet this season. So, and then for the team, Minnesota in 2 games, 729 yards passing, 429 yards rushing, has picked up 9 penalties, 161 penalty yards, and 13 touchdowns given up. The Cruises right behind us, 672, 208. But right now, Minnesota looking very good right now, as we've got, like I said, the next game on the schedule, North Cincinnati for Minnesota, and then of course we come the next week at home finally against Baltimore to start the schedule for the Big Ten. So and then we'll have a week off in week 5. Yep, doing good in the standings so far. Then we'll have week 5, in which we will be off, and Alabama will take on Lafayette during that week. And then you have Minnesota against Iowa City to start the schedule, and then week 7 home against Ohio State, because I assume Columbus means Ohio State. So that will be a big game for us there. And then Omaha, which is Nebraska, and then number 9, on the road at Indiana, and then home against Peoria in week 10. Week 11 will be in West Indiana for that game, and then 12 Evanston, which I believe is Northwestern, and right now they're currently 2-0 in the standings. And then week 13, final home game against Madison before the final 2 weeks, and then we'll kind of see where we're at that point, really in the standings all at that point. And we still got a pretty good bit scheduled to go here. Okay, right now in the big, actually we're just going to roll through all the conferences right now. The Super South Conference, or otherwise the SEC, as you can see, Mississippi Capital, Central Texas, Athens, Lexington, and Baton Rouge, all at 2-0. Alabama 1-1, along with Chattanooga, Mobile, Nashville, Fayetteville, Columbia, and then Gainesville, St. Louis, and Oxford, all at 0-2 in the Super South Conference. And then the Sunshine Conference, Jonesboro, the only team at 2-0, with Lower Alabama, Atlanta State, Southeast Alabama, Lower Georgia, Blue Ridge, all at 1-1, Lafayette 0-1, Monroe 0-2, West Texas 0-2, Carolina, Atlantic 0-2, and then NAC Conference, you have Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Orlando, Blues Capital, and Dayton all at 2-0. Then you have Broken Arrow and Greenville at 1-1, Maryland Academy 0-1, and then Philly, Atlantic Coast, Galveston Bay, and Dallas all at 0-2 in that conference. In the Atlantic Shore Conference, otherwise the ACC, you have Raleigh, Richmond, Boston Catholic at 2-0, Upstate New York 1-0, Palm Beach, Upper Florida, Blacksburg, Winston-Salem, Central Kentucky, and Raleigh State 1-1, and then West Carolina, Durham, Albany, and then Atlanta Tech all at 0-2. And then Big Southwest Conference, Oklahoma Capital 2-0, Austin 2-0, Lubbock 2-0, Dallas Christian 2-0, Clinton Lake 2-0, Oklahoma City 1-1, Waco Tech 1-1, Mongolia 1-1, Iowa Capital 0-1, Sunflower State 0-2. The Big North, you have Minnesota, Columbus, Iowa City, Pennsylvania, Evanston, Madison, and Detroit State all at 2-0 in the conference. And then you have Baltimore, Detroit, West Indiana, New Jersey all at 1-1,
and Omaha 0-1, and then Bloomington 0-2, and Peoria. Oh, good. Awesome. Bloomington 0-2 and Peoria 0-2 in the game. And then the Stars and Stripes Conference, you have Texas Coast, North Dallas, Birmingham State, and Central Tennessee all at 2-0. East Florida, El Paso, Kentucky West, Miami Coast, Old Norfolk, Rock Hill, Hattiesburg 1-1, Huntington 1-1, Ruston and San Antonio all at 0-2. And then the Independents, New York Academy 2-0, Indiana Catholic 1-1, Lynchburg 1-1, then Las Cruces 0-2, UMass 0-2, and Utah Christian 0-2. And then the Midwest Conference, which is our opponent for the coming week, Minnesota against North Cincinnati. North Cincinnati coming in this matchup 0-2. Hocking River, the only team that's they've played one game, won that game 39-33, and so they're actually leading the conference with a 1-0 record. New York West, Michigan Coast, Kent are all 1-1. Muncie, Cleveland, and Lake Erie 0-1. Then North Cincinnati, who Minnesota will play in week 3. North Chicago, Lake Erie State, East Detroit, Middle Michigan 0-2. And then the Rocky Mountain Conference, you have San Diego at 2-0. Denver State, Idaho City, Colorado Springs, San Jose, Fresno, Logan, and Wyoming all at 1-1. Hawaii at 0-1. Roswell at 0-2. And Reno, Roswell 0-2, Las Vegas 0-2, and Reno 0-2. And then the big Pacific Conference, Seattle State, Rocky Mountain, Central Los Angeles, and Grand Canyon all at 2-0. Salt Lake City, San Francisco, Eugene, Tempe State, and Los Angeles State all at 1-1. And then Corvallis, Kogan, and Silicon Valley all at 0-2 in the big Pacific Conference. So that is pretty much where we are at right now in the conference standings, as we are looking towards, as we continue to build towards the home stand against Baltimore. And so we'll see what Baltimore is sitting at that point. But right now, Minnesota sitting at number 23 in standings. So that's a good start to building what we need to really get to for ourselves as a organization. And right now our quarterback is really doing well, Dralick. And like I said, 729 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then our rushing attack has been very stellar with Oliveira. 48 carries, 319 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. His longest rush is 31 yards in the game. And then our receiving core leading everybody right now with Kizzy with 6 catches, 240 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 120 yards a game. And then Lorente is averaging 77 yards a game. Yards per catch 38.7, and for Kizzy he's averaging 40 yards per catch. Pretty impressive, as Lorente, his longest scoring passing play was 68 yards, Kizzy 75, and then Netzer, his longest passing play was 68 yards. He's averaging 134 yards per game. So, well, yeah, he didn't catch any balls in that last game, so that's pretty stout. But our defense, led by Lykin and Herman, lead the nation in sacks right now with 9 and 5. Yeah, they have no tackles in the game, but our guys, Pezold, Kempler, 7 tackles, 6 tackles. Thaddeson with 6 tackles. He's been pretty solid for us so far this early in the season. The guys know what to do. They're playing a very good game the way we need to right now. So well, hopefully we can continue that trend as we get going and ready for this part of the season right now. So let's see. But as oh man. But as we kind of get ready for week number 3, this should be hopefully a good game for us. And as we head into week 4, hopefully that'll be just as good too, as we are looking towards hopefully that run to be a successful team. That's really the biggest thing in the world right now. So continue to improve. That's the big thing. As our defense plays like they did here in week 2, 28-16 winners over Fresno State. Unlike the 64-51 game we had to deal with Las Cruces in the first week, we looked a lot better in the second week with that stellar effort on offense and defense. Yeah, the first half looked rough, but the second half we looked a whole lot better, and our defense played very, very well, going away this game 28-16. So we'll take it. So as we are looking towards week 3, hopefully we continue our good trend. Yep, move forward all of the way. That's what we're looking for right there, is continued improvement as we look towards the next game, and then the next game, and the next game. Of course, week 7 is the big game against Ohio State. That's going to be a big game in the conference, and hopefully we can really do well and do what we need to do. So I hate to do it for tonight, but I'm going to have to wrap it up early tonight, a little bit early tonight. Yes, midnight normally is the time I go for knocking off, but I was hoping to go a little bit longer, but because of a very early morning, I'm going to need to get some sleep. So I will see everyone tomorrow night. Mike and Lady and Ryan, thanks for joining my stream tonight. I certainly do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the football action, as Minnesota certainly put together a better effort in this game than we did in the first game. So much better effort in this game. So Minnesota North Cincinnati will be our next matchup, and hopefully we will get everything we need to prepare as we get into league play in week number 4. That's the big thing right now. And then of course we still will have more Extreme Basketball League Association, and then of course the Flint Tropics and everything else. But what tomorrow will bring, only I will decide that, as I will see everyone here tomorrow night. So until then, everyone, have yourself a great evening and be blessed out there. And as always, tell those closest to you that you love them, and buckle up for safety, especially in all the bad weather out there. And I will see everyone here tomorrow night. So until then, have yourself a great evening. Keep God number one. God bless everyone. Hope you had a great Sunday, and I will see everyone tomorrow night.